Peace and love, y'all. It's your brother A.D.V.I.S S, and we are here with another installment of more interviews, aka memoirs of our real experiences. And for today's more interviews, we have the brother Artistfmc, one of the freshest that I know in the building, coming through to come and share his memoirs and his experiences with us. So, as the brother comes in, y'all, I'm appreciative of y'all time. Thank y'all for coming through. And again, if y'all have any questions that you also want to add throughout the interview, please put them down in the comments. It's well appreciated. But as we're doing that, I see the brothers hopped in. So peace and love, brother. I'm glad that you up in here, man. So excited for today. So before I bring the brother in, I want to make sure that I read off. I got a little something to come and introduce him. So with that, y'all, we have the brother Artistfmc. Is a New Orleans, Louisiana native who is a 3-time self-publishing author, entrepreneur, husband, father of 4, or if you include the dogs, it's 6, poet, motivational speaker, stay-at-home father, podcaster, all the above. I want y'all to put y'all hands together and show the love to the brother Artistfmc. And that stands for my color. Yo.
What's going on, man? What's going on?
Hey, don't be
You hear
mysterious
me?
on us. Yeah, I can hear you. Don't be
Oh, nah.
mysterious. I can barely see you though,
Oh,
brother.
you see me now? You see me now?
You gotta put some light on you, bro.
Find the quietest spot.
But yeah, it's really I can barely see you, my G.
Let me move.
But yes. So again, y'all, as y'all in here, this is the brother Artistfmc. Oh, look who we here up in there. So if y'all have again any questions, please throw them down in the comments. It's
Hey,
much
bring my bag
appreciated
outside. My
and
bag.
everything.
A brown bag. I
But yeah, brother.
apologize. We got a lot
Oh,
going
you
on in here,
good?
man. You know,
I bet.
we're remodeling floors, so it's a lot going on. But I appreciate it, man. I appreciate the opportunity. I had to come somewhere where it's quiet and where you can see me. Holding this, man.
There it
Holding this.
is. We got to. Much love to you, brother, man.
Yes,
Good to
sir.
see you again. It's always great to chop it up with you. And again, get to share this with other people so they get to know a little bit more about you and what you got going on.
Yes,
So
sir.
with that being done, since I'm glad, thank you for coming through so people
Oh,
can
no
end up
problem,
seeing
man.
you.
No problem.
First start off, bro, man. How you doing today?
I'm doing good, man. You know, I'm blessed. Well, I don't like to say blessed. Not to take nothing from the word, but um, hey, I'm up, man. I'm energized. You know,
Mm.
I motivated. I'm motivated.
Yeah.
You know, so I got my fam. You know, we happy, we smiling, everybody good. So that's a good vibe for me. Dope
Awesome.
vibe. Dope
That's what
vibe.
I'm talking about.
Yes, sir.
What's going on? Heart and influence, man. I see you, my G. I know you got something going on too, brother. We'll tap in. But if you got questions, throw them down in the comments.
Yes, sir.
But thank you, brother, for sharing that, man. I'm glad to hear that you up, man. And you know, things is lively and getting done around in the home. I see. So, man,
Yeah.
much love.
No problem, man.
All right. With that, y'all, before we get started, brother, did you have any questions or anything that you wanted to plug or tell anybody, you know, before we get started?
Nah, I mean everything. We can get right into it, and like I said, I let the spirit lead where it's gonna lead, and any
Yeah.
information that I leave will probably be towards the end. You know what I'm saying? So let's get into it, bro.
All right, definitely, for sure. Hey, thank you for popping in, bro. I know you working out there. Appreciate it, man. All right, so
What's good? What's
first
good?
question. First question we got, brother, is tell us about yourself and your background. So in short, you can give us the beginning story to now, or
All
however you want to show that. But give us a little background about yourself.
right, well, I'm gonna put it out there. You know, I'm from New Orleans, Louisiana. I'm from a loving family. I grew up on the West Bank of New Orleans.
Mm.
The LJ's Fisher Project was one of the only projects on the West Bank. We grew up a fighting family, you know,
Mm.
so it was times we had to fight. I don't care how old you was, you know, you had to defend yourself or get a whipping from your grandma, you know. So we grew up with a loving family, man.
Yeah.
You know, so we would do anything for family, you know. So pretty much, man, shout out to family, man, for uh put me in this position to where I'm at now. You know what I'm saying? Without them,
Yes.
I wouldn't be here.
Yes. And
You know what I'm
shout outs
saying?
to Family Days playing in the background as we
Yeah,
speaking about family. But
yeah, family. See how things align. It just happens. You know what I'm saying? So you just gotta let it flow.
yeah, you got that, brother. Go ahead. Go ahead. Continue.
But yeah, man. So um, I'm not gonna say my family is pretty big, but we kept a small circle. Grew up with all my cousins. Like I said, man, it was a you know, what can I say? If people out there who knows what it's like to have family, man, they can
Mm.
relate. They can relate. Okay. Also, you know, I lost my mother at an early age. I was
Mm.
9. I actually lost my mother, my aunt, and my grandfather in a car accident. You know, at an
Mm.
early age. So hey, I went months mute. Sometimes I didn't eat. I didn't want to talk to anybody. So, you know, I was dealing with that young. And plus my mom was like, you know, my God, you know,
Mm.
so, you know, I was with her 24/7, man. She took me to her classes until I couldn't
Yeah.
go no more. But everywhere she went, I went. You know, I can remember it was times, man, where, you know, gentlemen would look at her. I'll get behind them. I'll get behind her, you know, throw my middle finger up like, hey, ain't none of that going on, fellas. You know what I'm saying? So,
Mm.
you know, there's moms. But it was a dope experience to look back now, and I can say, man, that I'm grateful for every experience that I encountered. And
Yes.
you know, and I don't believe in good or bad experiences. Sometimes I feel like we mismanage our time or experiences, you know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So, you know, so that's how I look at it. But other than that, man, overall, um I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to be able to tell my story. You know, I'm
Yes.
excited to motivate somebody who can say, man, he doing that. I could do that too. You know what I'm saying? That's where it starts. You
That's
know,
on.
so that's me.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
sir. Yes.
Thank you, brother.
No
You
pride.
already know, man. I know again, I'm hyped for a lot, of course, a
Yeah.
lot of the interviews that I get to do, but I know especially this one because of
Yeah.
the fact that this is a connection that was made over again social media. So it's just very crazy to not crazy, but it's very, such a good warming in the heart that
Right.
that connection can even be made over social media. But
Yeah.
with that, brother, because we're gonna do how we want to have it structured. Of course, is we're gonna talk, of course, a lot of the music first, and then we're gonna go all the way down to the end, and we're gonna get into the more deepers of the crux. And then I
Okay.
got a few funny questions or
Yeah.
cool little side questions
Uh,
for us to go
Okay.
into. Right. The second question I got for you, since we talking about music tip, um, when did you begin creating music?
All right. I started, I want to say around 9 years old, man.
Mm,
Around 9 years old, I picked up a pen. Again, you know, experiencing that trauma. 9 years old, I started writing poetry.
mm,
So and not even that. My brother, it was my brother, my oldest brother, and my cousins. We all, you know, came together collectively, you know, and we created poetry, and that's how we started with this music, man. That's
mm.
how that started, man. From poetry to reciting it. What I tell people is, I'm not a rapper. I'm a poet that recite music in a rapping form. You know, so if that was said already, I don't know because I haven't heard nobody say it. But but yeah, so that's how all that started, man. So, you know, shout out my cousins, shout out my brother, you know, for inspiring me to continue to push my passion as, you know, as a poet
Mm,
and as a songwriter, you know. So
I'm glad because you already went into the second part of that question that I asked. So I mean, you already tapped in on it. So I got
yeah,
a
I tell you.
question. I got a
Yes,
question
sir.
from the brother in here. So why don't we add it into that? So
Okay.
after going through that and get inspired by those cousins and folks that was there with you in there, it says, what motivates you more, the pain or hope?
All right. So it's like a collective thing because all of it kind of centers you around balance. You
Mm-hmm.
know, so it's remembering. It's not reliving,
Yeah.
but it's accepting and moving on. But it's also using it as power, as food. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm.
like like when we ground. You know, you ground. like I said, we getting fed even when the umbilical cord is cut when you're grounded.
Yeah.
So I say it's a collective, man. It can be all for me. It can be all three,
Gotcha.
or both,
All right.
to be honest. So it's a balance, man. It's a balance that I seek for, and of course, it's something that you just not gonna just wake up and have. So it comes with challenges, man. Got to be willing to
Yes.
go through it.
Yes. Exactly. Exactly. Awesome.
Shout out, good,
So,
dope question, dope question.
yes, thank you for the question. Hear the influence, brother. You good. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
Um, next thing I got for you, cause for today's episode, this brother has multiple different hustles and multiple different arts that's created that you heard. He's a poet that speaks in a rapid form, as well as it's an author, a three-time published, self-published author, as well as has their own brand clothing, as well as just dropped a signature with the time and the watches. Y'all gotta go and check.
Yeah,
But
check that out when you can. Follow your
what
spirit.
with this particular section, we're going to talk about a project that brother has right now that's actually ongoing, which is
Yeah.
called Spiritual Transformation.
Yes, sir.
And so I know that this is an ongoing thing, and you've gotten to
Mm-hmm.
share at least 4 of the tracks that are out, such as right now. But my question that I have for you on top of that is, why did you decide to release the tracks like one by one?
Because I want people to get a feel of my experience. Like I'm telling you what I'm experiencing every day. So like I said before, it's like a ladder.
Mm-hmm.
When you seek for information, when you seek for information and you continue to grow, you can't be complacent, or you can't be stagnated. So it's continuous. So it's like a guide. It's like structure. Without this, you feel down. You
Mm-hmm.
got low energy. You accept low energy. Watching things that's not going to help you progress. So you know,
I
great
got you.
qualities, man. It's a great quality to
Yes.
have, bro.
And I mean that's part. It's almost as in you giving people, not even want to say like quote unquote like the breadcrumbs, but you're giving them like little small pieces here and there for them to enjoy. Then it's like once they get up to that point, it's all put together. Now they can get the whole meal and be like, oh, now I feel what this is
You can
all
you you
about.
you can put it that way, but I do that because I can't tell everybody everything. So I have to give it bit by bit, you
Yeah.
know. And the song titles is also giving you a description of what I really go through, man. So I'm really experiencing this. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
It's not personal, but it's growth. I
yeah.
need this. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? I need this. So
Yes.
and to correlate that, I dropped old music that I did like 3 5 years ago, 8 years ago, and you can tell the spiritual transformation within itself if you go back and
Mm,
listen to that versus
mm,
where I'm at now. You know what I'm
yes.
saying? So it
Woo.
all comes together, bro. So everything
Yes.
happens for its purpose.
Yes. And for right now, for those who's wondering, okay, then where's all of this located? You can find this at SoundCloud under Artistfmc Music for a lot of his music that is out there, as well as the YouTube as well. I don't, is it Artist FMC Music as well
Yes,
on there
yes,
too? And music spelled with a Z I
yes,
K, so MUZIK.
yes.
Um, on top of that, so far, at least from what I'm seeing, it's 4 tracks that have been put out.
Yeah, so
Now,
far.
how
That's
many
it.
how many tracks do you intend to have for this whole project?
All right, because I know how short people's attention spans are, and I have a lot of music. So I'm not going to throw out 15, 11, 8 tracks, 8 to 9 tracks, maybe 10 max, with mixtapes. Because like I said, man, I have time to do it now.
Yeah.
Back then I with a full-time job, I was doing it, but I wasn't consistent. So now I have an opportunity to be consistent with it. And I'm doing it because it's my passion. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? I'm not looking for a record deal. I'm not looking to get signed, but I have music that I feel like a lot of people could relate to.
Yeah.
And I have a voice and I have a spirit that I feel a lot of people should get to know if it's according to the alignment in which they or on, or the pad. If we meet, we
Yeah.
meet. What will be pretty much. You
Yes.
know?
If you gravitate to it, you do. If it calls and
Yeah.
speaks to you, then it does. Again, I mean, that's honestly the creation game and the music game in itself is like, when you create that energy and that track in that song, who necessarily is going to get touched by it. Sometimes you never know, but once you start learning, it's like if it attracts to you, then I'm grateful, and you're gonna
Yeah.
get this
That's right.
knowledge and everything. Oh yeah, brother, shoot. Yes, he's very open brother. So
Yeah.
he said, I appreciate
Facts.
your transparency, bro.
No problem, man. That's who I am, man. This is as a man. This is what we need. We need to be open as possible because look, not to get off. I just feel it's on my spirit to express. Um, hey, if we become as individuals open minded to ourselves, realizing that when we can control ourselves, we can't control nothing outside of that. So when you
Mm-hmm.
focus on yourself, it's not saying you don't care for nobody, you don't have no compassion for nobody. But when it comes down to emotions and other people's thoughts, just stay in your own lane. And that way you don't have low energy. You're not mad. You're not in duality all the time. You know what I'm saying? So it's a peace of mind that you can, seek for. And it's there every day, 24/7. You gotta seek for it. You gotta go towards it. It's hard, but you gotta want it. Like
Yes,
like breathing. You know what I'm saying? So it's something you really gotta want to do.
that is. That's why y'all. I might go super hype and excited. Look, like man, I'm telling you, always
What's
some
up, sis?
jewels, man. Continuing with that.
Yes.
So I got to definitely get to listen to the 4 tracks that are there already. As so again, y'all is on SoundCloud under Artistfmc Music, and if you're not following now on Instagram, please go follow Artistfmc LLC, as well as there's multiple other pages that you will find under as well. Because again, this brother does there's so many different things being done, and we're gonna talk about those things later on in the interview. But from this project so far, what what are those 4 tracks? One would you say is your favorite, at
Oh
least
man.
body, meaning wise, if it
Yeah.
is for you? And then
Okay.
honestly, what is your best, or not best, but your favorite when it comes to melody or sound wise?
Out of the tracks that I have, or just in general? Okay.
Just
Out of the
those
tracks
four,
I
since
have.
we talking,
Okay.
well, just
Okay.
those four we talking about for the spiritual transformation in
Okay.
particular.
So all right. So the one that actually inspired me to create a mixtape is what it is. Was Two Rams, Mama, Two Rams. That right there, I think that song took me, and that's another thing, right? If you listen to the song, man, if you sit down and just listen, um, yo, I couldn't finish the song. I couldn't start the song because I was so emotional. I couldn't even the hook. It was so powerful. It was like man, it was like I'm trying to express something to my mother that she never knew nothing about.
Yep.
And now I'm having the opportunity because of spiritual transformation.
Mm-hmm.
I'm able to connect with her outside of this physical realm. So I'm feeling like, man, mama, you here spiritually, but you stuck physically somewhere and you're not getting over it. So
Mm,
it's something that I need to do to get to you, to let you know that I'm good because you want to see me. So it just man, it was from the root, bro. Like I said,
mm,
like when I meditate, I want to connect with the soil everywhere all over the world, even touching the deepest depths of the oceans and the seas.
mm,
So, said that's my approach. And I just ran with it. Excuse me, man. I just ran with it. And again, it was a very emotional song, one of my most emotional songs I have ever wrote or written. And yeah, that's the whole reason why I came up with this whole mixtape, man. It's because of that song.
mm.
And again, Avis, that's a reset. Um, if I can explain, all right. Sometimes, all right, this knowledge that you get when you get it, when you seek for it. Sometimes you go up ladders, and when you go up ladders, it's like, okay, I'm not getting, I don't want to get overwhelmed, so let me create a reset, so that way I can go back down the ladder and go back in time and apply what I've learned to go back up the ladder again, so I can go further up the ladder. So now I'm further up the ladder, and still
Mm,
you still got to come back down the ladder eventually. So I create that reset, and that song is a reset for me. So I should never see my I should never put myself I would never, I'm going to say never, I would never put myself in a position to where my back against the wall, and I don't have no way out.
Mm.
That makes sense, bro.
Yes. Yes. Nah, exactly. And I mean, as you're speaking it, I guess the music is lining up right.
Yeah.
We got it already playing in the background as
Yeah.
well too.
Yeah.
If I can, for me,
Hmm.
from this particular again project, um, at least word wise, love prophecy.
Yeah, that's the one melody wise I rock with, like,
Hmm. And I have a
because
flip. I have the flip. For me is I
okay.
love prophecy, but
Hmm.
then Mama Two the Two Realms Mama, that actually
Yeah.
is my favorite. I like the production on that one
Yeah, I
actually.
do too. I kind of see it's like sometimes you're not gonna go back. It's you got to get into that mode because look, yo,
Mm-hmm.
when I record music like
Yeah.
that, I put energy into it. I want you to feel it. You know,
Yes.
not that I want you to cry, get emotional, but I want you to feel where I'm at, and
Yeah.
I want you to feel that feeling is not it's not giving off negative energy. It may not even be giving off positive energy. It's giving
Mm.
off an expressive energy that you should free yourself. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Free yourself. So that's what that was about. Freeing my
Beautiful.
freeing my spirit, man.
That's what I'm talking about, man. And I know you spoke on at least saying about the Two Realms on Mama.
Hmm.
That it's one of the most ever emotional tracks
Yeah.
that you got to experience. I want to ask you, can you walk or give us an insight to that track in particular? If there was another song that made you experience some type of, high or strong emotion, like what was your mindset during that time, or how did you, channel that to do what you, did in creating it? If you
So,
can.
either or, you want me to pick a song, or you the one what metaphysics, not metaphysics, but
Oh, I said, yeah, it's any is
anyone I feel.
anyone you feel.
Okay, prophecy was more of a it was more of a message, like So, uh, I say metaphysics was more of another one that it took me on a spiritual journey.
Mm,
You know, it took me to a place where I guess I needed to express. You know, I don't know. It's something I want people to feel.
mm-hmm.
We living in a world where people have to see it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So I feel like sometimes if you tap into it, you can give off energy far away, and you can touch people in a way they like, man, god damn, what happened to me?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's something that I practice, or something that I try to dive in, being able to do that, man,
Mm,
being able to impact people in that way,
yeah.
because I know it's possible, and I have, I mean, like I said, I'm not trying to connect with everybody in the world, but like you said, those who gravitate to it,
Yeah.
whatever you put out in the universe, you'll get it,
Yeah.
so yeah, man,
Okay.
bro,
Hey, I'm just
man,
asking. I'm
you
just,
know,
asking and
yeah, I
throwing up
know.
up there. You got it. You got it.
Facts.
Now to wrap up with the music portion, and we're gonna get into all the other subjects we got on here.
Okay.
If you can give it out, because you're already saying a bit of it now, but now in more of a specific form.
Mm-hmm.
What was your ultimate message to the people from at least this project so far? What do you want folks to get from it?
When you seek for the truth, you will find it.
Mm,
And if you don't want to if you're not seeking for the truth, I mean, that's okay too. So again, I'm not going to ever put myself in a position of I have to pick and choose,
yeah.
nor would I judge others for their lifestyles and their creativity or whatever they say and put out into the universe.
Mm-hmm.
That's something that they have to, deal with and face the consequences of that. But me, positive energy, and also acknowledging that negative energy exists, and with the two you need for a balance. So that's it. I want people to know that when you seek for the truth, you will find it. And not only that, people do acquire a certain connection with themselves that they become knowing.
Mm,
They have knowing spirits, and again, not to take a just to give light, just to give a understanding of what I'm saying. Not to lose track, but okay, I stopped believing a long time ago
Mm.
because I know,
Mm.
if you can believe, you can know, So that's how I take it, you know.
Mm. Yeah. I mean, look it. I'm on the same boat with you on that, man. I have a track called I Know
Yeah,
and know,
see.
and then I love breaking words down. So for
Oh
me,
yeah, we
the
know.
word believe, if you look in between it, there's a scramble of the
Right.
word lie. So you can lie about
Mm,
your beliefs. So for me, it's like, again, we get into all the wording, but it's very important that
it
you
is.
also take into consideration, the words that you are stating, what they're saying. Again, it can be a word that you don't necessarily agree with, but
Yeah.
the intention is, good, or quote unquote, that it's there for it to grow, not
Right.
more so to subtract. So
That's true.
I feel you on that, brother, and I
Yeah.
appreciate you for that.
Oh, no
But
problem, man.
yeah, y'all. But again, if y'all want to check any of this stuff out, again, SoundCloud at Artistfmc Music. Music is MUZIK. Okay, as well as YouTube. You do the same thing. Put the brother's name in, and you'll find it there. Again, I'll have all of this linked later on, so then y'all be good to go to find that, as well as when I up this on YouTube, I also will plug the YouTube, and they'll be in there as well. Now, switching over from the music, because again, y'all, this brother has, as a man of many different talents, as well as just many different thriving ideas, as well as roles that he has. So now I want to speak on all those different roles, and we're gonna speak on how you work with those. So from your bio, you have stated that you are an entrepreneur,
Hmm.
that you're a husband,
Hmm.
that you're a father, that
Hmm.
you're an author. I mean,
Hmm.
I put in podcaster, you got
Hmm.
a motivational speaker,
Yeah.
etc.
Yeah.
Tell us how all those different roles, tell us about all those different roles, and how do you find time to balance each
Mm.
of those?
And that's the thing. Um, Again, I'm big on my spirit, man. Honestly, because I have to put that out there. I'm big on my spirit, and what that means is my spirit puts me in the best position. That the physical can't. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
My spirit just it guides me. So, and that's the balance. Just keeping busy and not trying to perfect everything, but just
Yeah.
trying to get better at them. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Just trying to be a,
Mm.
a better father. Or be more consistent with the music, or be more consistent with the podcast. Um, just keep pushing, man. It feeds that energy. Not only that, when people reach out and say, "Man, look, I like that, man. Keep doing it, man. I want more." That kind of feeds you as well. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? So with that driving spirit and the motivating factor of other individuals with that energy and that love that they give when they not just want you to succeed, but when they getting fed by something you're able to share with them, man. That's
Yeah.
incredible for me. And I'm learning how to be a better father, with my kids, a better husband. You know what I'm saying? So it all is about that balance, man. And like I said, sometimes I'm up 3 in the morning, 6 in the morning, because everybody's sleep. So I gotta do what I gotta do. Everybody sleep. So
Mm.
I and then reading. Now I'm back into reading. So if I'm not doing it with my time,
Yeah.
if I'm not on the podcast, if I'm not making music, I'm reading.
Mm.
Even if I don't read, I got the book with me. So my intentions is to reprogram my mind to let's create new habits. Let's do it.
Mm.
So man, all of that helps me. It does. Because now I'm not overwhelmed. I'm not stressed out. I'm not worrying about views outside of myself or of these walls. I
Yeah.
can only control me. So it's amazing that I am in this position.
Mm.
Because I actually I spoke this up, man, years ago. I spoke this up years ago.
Mm.
So I'm not shocked. And that's another thing to feed the knowing spirit that I have, because everything that I have now, I spoke it into existence.
Mm.
Sometimes we may miss steps, or
Yes.
sometimes we may not have the information at that time. But when you
Mm-hmm.
get that information, And like I said, that latter thing, you apply it and you're able to further, you know. So that's all it is, man. It's patience, knowledge, and wisdom, you know,
Mm.
and seeking. You gotta seek for these things. So those things help me to where I'm at. Think about it, man.
Yes.
You know, hey, 15 years, 15 years at a place of not really being excited or happy. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So for me to just leave my job of 15 years, not the, you know, but it's just correlating, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
So,
Now go ahead. Look. Go ahead, because you already
yeah.
transitioning into it. It's like you already kind of
Oh,
knew where it
see,
is.
is this,
So
see, you
the
see what I'm
next
saying?
one, there it
Wow.
is. The next thing I got for you, brother, said also, since you're already doing that, you made a point of that you left, a job after 15 years.
Yeah.
What pushed you to make that transition?
Oh man. All right. So these questions are like, it's just crazy. Not crazy, not that word again. It's amazing because I can sit here and look back at all those times like it just happened yesterday. But
Mm,
okay, so me and my family decided to move to South Carolina from Virginia.
mm,
All right, we made that happen. We made that happen. Um, so when we did that, I still was working, of course. So I was
yes.
driving up and back and forth from VA to home, not every day, but like on the weekends, every other weekend.
Yeah.
So man, it got to a point where they let me telework in March of 2020. Yes, 2020. March of 2020. My
Mm,
daughter was born May of 2020. So boom, I'm home, teleworking, baby here. A few months later, wifey going back to work.
mm,
Kids virtual schooling. So everything was shut down. I'm not letting nobody watch my infant child.
yeah.
And I'm not letting my kids go to no daycare. Better
Yeah.
enough, I don't want them going to school because I feel like an education can be given the best at home, but that's
Yeah.
just my opinion.
Yeah.
So with that being said, in October of 2020, they called me back to work. The situations of my life has changed. The paradigm has shifted. You know, saying my wife working now. I can't say,
Mm-hmm.
baby, you got to stop working, and I'm gonna go back now. So, and we know another. This is a dope reason why I made that decision so decisively because
Mm,
my mother was she was a nurse. She was studying to become a doctor, and she worked so much, man. I hardly got to see it when
mm,
when when I needed her,
mm.
when I needed her most. I'm not saying I never was. I was with my mama 24/7, but
Yes.
when I needed her most, she was working. So I was like, I'm not gonna allow a job to keep me away from my kids because I'm more important with them than away from them.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying? So that helped me.
mm,
That helped me make that decision. Also acclimating. When I get a certain age, I want to work by myself, regardless of how the struggle. If it's good, bad, if it's not working, if never give up. And I'm never giving up. So that's where I'm at. You know, I'm on my
mm,
own. I got my own business, two businesses, another one on the way. You know, and it's just gaining knowledge, man, and staying busy. You know, and being happy. I'm happy, bro. My mind is free. You know,
mm.
I know who I am, man. You know, so yes, sir.
Beautiful. Beautiful. To add a little bit more on that, and just give, even like you said it was like a very easy, decisive decision.
Yeah.
Did you, I mean, knowing now, I'm not trying to throw any doubt or
Nah,
anything
nah,
in
nah,
there,
nah, no doubt.
but did you ever have second thoughts about that decision?
Nope, not at all. Because again,
Mm,
this is something I wanted. And if you go listen to a song that I just posted yesterday, I'm speaking about it. How I
mm,
want to leave my it's called Illuminati, but it's abbreviated. Yeah, so go check that out. It's on my music page, Artistfmc music.
yes.
Yeah, so check that out. And I'm speaking it into existence. That's all I'm saying. I'm correlating everything I'm talking about with my music. You know?
Mm, mm. Look at that, y'all. Exactly.
Yeah.
Um, I want to talk too about the brand, as well as I want to
Mm-hmm.
talk about the three self-published, books, in short. But before we do even get to do any of that, yes, y'all, this is a time for that plug right there. So y'all can see right
Yeah.
now, I'm wearing.
And upgrade.
You gotta upgrade it. We're gonna definitely
Yeah.
get it if we
Hey,
better.
but
I'm
that's
gonna get me
love.
some
That's
more, man.
love. That's
I
love
have
right
to.
there.
We
That's
got to,
love.
man.
Yeah,
So if
that's
y'all want
love.
to check these out too, please go ahead and go follow again, Artist FMC LLC, And
We
you'll be able to
rebranded.
find a lot of it. You rebranded it for
Yeah,
my color.
those are
Mm-hmm.
those tees right there. That right
Yeah.
there is about to be rebranded. It's about to be a whole different look to it, man. Yeah, but
Woo!
in time, man, in time.
Oh yeah, definitely. And you already know I'm already got dibs on some more merch, when it comes.
Right, there you go.
So before we pop back into doing those particular things, I want to jump to again, like I said, these are somewhat of some fun questions, but also just some questions off on the side that I wanted to share. Um, and let everybody else also, if you want to answer some of these for yourselves too, like go ahead, either throw it in the comments or later on,
Yeah,
just do it at
that's
home. All right.
that's another thing, man. I want, we're looking for people to, give questions or whatever, speak on whatever it is they want to speak about, because this is what Bill does,
Mm-hmm.
so we can grow from one another's experiences or whatever it may be, man. Whatever you want to share, shares. The time is always right when you have life.
Yes. So to start off the questions, I always gotta have my would you rather questions, even though I
Okay.
was not picking a side. I know we
I
got
know.
no
Hey, but it's
picking
cool.
sides,
Nah,
but
it's cool. It's cool. I mean, hey, it's all love.
So, and this again, all y'all can answer this too. My would you rather question is: would you rather be a kid your
Oh
whole
man.
life with an adult mindset,
Oh.
or be an adult your whole life but with a kid's mindset?
Oh man, you already know. I'd rather be a kid with the adult mindset.
Mm.
Yeah,
Why is that?
because I'll be more aware of what I wasn't aware of as a kid, as an
Mm.
as an adult.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So you learn a lot when you become an adult, because when you're a kid, a lot of that stuff it's like fairy tale. You know what I'm saying? It's not something that you're going to experience to see unless you're in that environment, and everybody is not in that environment. So yeah,
Mm.
I'd rather be that kid with that adult mentality and awareness. Yes, sir. If I could be a kid with my being today, my current being today, yup,
Yeah.
all day,
Woo.
all day.
And yeah, y'all do the same thing. Put that stuff down. But yeah, brother, I agree the same thing with you too, because it's almost you already
What's up, wifey?
starting off with already the extra booster pack. If this was a game, you got the extra booster packs. You went from level 1 all the way up to like level 25, 30
uh,
already,
yeah, I
and you
gotta
ain't
get
even
mine.
and you ain't even made the first obstacle. But
Hey,
nah, I feel that.
I gotta get mines, man. It's
I feel
time.
that.
It's time.
All right. Second one. Again, everybody can answer as well. Um, what's your favorite number and why?
Oh man, dang, that's the one I don't really. All right, I can tell you the number I see a lot.
Okay.
I, or the sequences of numbers, a sequence of number I see a lot of a number
Mm-hmm.
is 444.
Mm.
I see 444 a lot. Oh, but yeah, I say 444. But another number close after that number I see a lot is 555.
Mm.
I mean, look, and this is not. People, I know a lot of people like, man, they be waiting for the clock to get on that time and they screenshot it. But look, a lot of the time, man, a lot of the time when I'm looking at my phone, it be that.
Yep.
That's how it works. It's not you waiting. Oh man, let me get something to drink. Nah, it's not that. It's just that's an alignment, man, and that's what it is. It's whatever you feel it may be, but to me, I know what it is. God,
Yes.
so 444.
That's what's up. And again, y'all, this is the answering, the questions. Y'all do it. Y'all can go and answer along, as
What's up,
well as
moms? Look at
this
moms
is
on.
this is for, again, if y'all know a bit about numerology too, but I mean, I just like, to just ask about just random things at times. And for me, numbers is also very important when I see them, and or at least for my life. My favorite number in particular is 19,
Mm,
which if y'all do some research and learn a little bit about the numbers and how they set up, 19 is very reminiscent of a beginning of a cycle and the end of a cycle. And then together that creates a rebirth. So that's literally
mm.
just starting the cycle right back over
All
again.
over again.
Yeah.
It's fire.
So definitely like that. Let's see. You said 824. I see a lot. That's also my B day. My angel speak.
Boom.
Exactly.
Drop
Exactly.
drop the bomb on them. Boom.
Perfect. Dang. Thank y'all for that. Um, Last question I got for you in this whole section, and we're gonna jump right back in. Um, what is something you value and hold dear in your heart?
The love and appreciation that I have of myself.
Mm, mm. Why is that?
Because all my life I was taught to focus on something outside of me. And it took me almost 3 decades to realize that everything that I needed was to strengthen up the things that was within me.
Mm,
You know? You know, now that I know that everything that I see on the outside is going on within. And now you can't take that knowledge away from me. So it makes me feel like a god. It makes me feel like a god. It makes me feel like I'm here in this world to create my experiences, but
yeah.
also to be vocal with my throat chakra and to utilize my crown chakra and make
Mm,
sure that my sacral, my solar plexus, and my root chakras are all activated for my pineal gland.
mm, mm. Wholeness, balance.
Wholeness, man.
That's
So that's what it is, man. I mean,
beautiful.
it do, man. It makes me feel like I'm a god, like, you know, not and you know what I mean. You know, a lot of people want to
Yeah.
say you're not. I'm not saying I'm the one who created you. I'm saying that I'm a creator, and I have the same capabilities because they are within me. You know,
Yes.
so
Yes.
facts.
So yeah, y'all, we're not in the way that is being explained is not on some Kanye, Jay
Nah,
Z, all of we
nah.
guys in that particular case, but as in, you really found, and to me,
Bite me.
that you found not only that that inner self, but you've done that work where honestly the foundation for me is always knowledge of self and
Mm-hmm.
building up of self and loving self, so then that all of this could come together to become additions, not
Mm-hmm.
I have to get this as the extra part that's going to finally make me feel that I'm whole, rather than already having all of that come together and everything else that comes with it is just either great experiences, dope, and extensions and of just who you are already as
Facts.
is.
I
So,
second that. Yeah, I like how you put that there.
hey, brother. Hey, I'm jumping right off of what you're doing right now, brother. So, hey, it's just we locked in. All right. Next thing, and I mean, this is not even all my questions and stuff, but I wanted to get
Mm-hmm.
into it and just have you talk a bit about it. I want you to talk a bit about your brand, as well as talk about some of the books, the 3 books that you have. So look again, y'all. I have to like go through and support. We got the book of poetry. We also got This Could Be You, and then also we have, and I
My
got them
man,
out of order,
support for
the
all
Life of
three.
Poetry.
Man,
You already know I
man,
got to. So
man.
I want you to talk through the brand, and then talk about the books and your process around those books and what they mean to you.
Okay, so I mean, I can start as far as like the process of me when why I wrote the books.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right, I'm gonna tell you a little story. So one day, man, this is when I'm back in Virginia. I was staying with my mother-in-law. Shout out my mother-in-law. She on here now. I love you. See, the support and love comes, man, and
Yes.
you gotta accept it with open arms. So I was coming from Quantico. I left work like after lunch. I ain't go back to work because I stayed at the gym. I was balling. So I played about 5 games of basketball. Man, I ain't done that since I was a teenager. So my body was aching. Average, like I was walking, man. I felt like I was about to just like break up like a puzzle board put together.
Mm-hmm.
So and that's how I started. You could and you, my mother in law, she could vouch. Um, so when I got to the crib, man, something said go outside in the sun. Now, mind you, I'm not looking up information about what the sun, the benefits of the sitting in the sun, the being in the sun. I'm not looking that up. I'm just following my spirit again. I'm just following my spirit. So I do that. I put on my swimming trunks. Ask my mother-in-law. I put on my swimming trunks. At this time I had the book by Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich. Right? So what I would do is I would get me an apple. I was just eating fruits and vegetables. I wasn't really eating no meat. I might even stop and get like 2 large orders of Chick-fil-A fries. Look, I'm getting in detail because this is literally what I did.
Mm.
But on this particular day, man, I sat in the sun with my apple. I read my book as many pages as I could before I fell asleep. And when I woke up, I realized, my belly collected some sweat. So I guess it was time for me to get out the sun.
Yeah.
So, but tell me why when I got up, man, my whole body was renewed. Like I had no aches, I had no pains, man. And
Mm.
and from now on is what kept me out in the sun, kept me it guided me to knowledge of knowing that, man, when you heal your body, when you heal the things within you, bro, your body will heal, and it will keep you protected no matter what virus is going on, none of that, man. Like if you protect your body will protect you,
Mm.
honestly. So that's what I did, and man, I experienced astral planning, man.
Mm.
I was stretching. I was in my wife's old room. Shout out wifey. And I was stretching, and I would just listen to my voice. I would listen to meditation music. You know what I'm saying? Because I got to get in that state.
Yeah.
So I'm stretching. I'm laying on my stomach, and I'm stretching my legs, pulling my legs backwards. Well, pulling them like, I'm on my stomach and I'm pulling them, right?
Yes.
So I came to a state where I wasn't feeling nothing no more, right? I wasn't
Mm.
feeling me doing this, right? And then it was a state where I realized I was above myself in this room, right? Looking down at myself, right? Like
Mm.
I'm like hovering in like the ceiling, right?
Mm.
And I'm looking down upon myself, and when I realized that, I snapped out of it like, nah, huh? Like, just shocked, man. Because this stuff you never told about. And when you experience it, it's like, if you experience it, you can't tell nobody this. So it's like,
Mm-hmm.
those who seek for it, those who are in that category of seeking for things or experiencing things, and they want to talk about it. That's for those individuals. Everybody not gonna accept that. So I just keep it to myself, or I bring it out when it's necessary.
Yeah.
Like, so that's how that whole book thing came about, man. Napoleon Hill, man. That book changed my life. It changed my life,
Mm.
man. Napoleon Hill. So anybody out there, man, if you want a good book, if you want a book that will motivate you and get you to create and be creative, go get that book. Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Like, as that book tell you everything you really need to know. It's a very intriguing book, man. And like I said, it helped me to get where I'm at now, honestly.
Mm.
Yeah.
Now, specifically with right now, I'm just calling it your trilogy right now of the books
Yeah.
that you got right there. Um, I know it's not hard. I'm not gonna say hard, but to be like, oh, which one would you recommend over the other? But in particular, what way would you recommend folks to start reading this trilogy that you have put out? With depending on whenever the time of phrasing, whatever it is, where would you tell them to start?
I would tell them start with the Life of Poetry. All right, because the Life of Poetry, I was, pretty much, there you go. Start out with that one because that one is the beginning. Like, I was kind of not skeptical or anything. I just wanted to take my time. I didn't want to. I wanted people to get a background understanding of where I was coming from when I was writing these poems. My state of mind. So
Mm.
The Life of Poetry, the Book
Mm-hmm.
of Poetry is just a more in-depth version of the Life of Poetry. I get deeper in it. I get real deep in it. And this and
Mm.
and this could be you, man. I still don't have a way to sum up this can be you, but this can be you is simply what the title is saying. This could be you,
Mm. 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 Mm.
you
Exactly.
know?
And we got a fave as being this could be you. We got a
Yeah.
fave in there talking about this could be you. But thank you, no, thank you for adding on to that. And again, if y'all want to get any of this information as well as the products and stuff of that, please just follow the brother Artistfmc LLC, and you'll get all everything else there. And you got again,
Everything.
you have all the other multiple. I'm gonna
Man,
link them, so they're gonna
gotta
be in
stay,
there. As
gotta
well as
stay
if y'all ever
busy.
interested, you find it, you could DM, ask,
Yeah, hit
and
me
there
up,
you
man.
go.
Talk to me. I love to answer questions, man. I love to talk to people. So I love to help people free their mind, especially if
Mm,
I can help you free your mind, man. I'm here. Don't hesitate. Again, again, I know when we all get to a certain level, like it might not be too easily. I mean, easily to be acceptable,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying. But and I'm being honest. I know that it's gonna get that to that point. So right now, man, I want to build what I can build before I get to that point because I know who's real and I know who's for me. And not to say I'm not for nobody, but you can't mix apples and oranges unless you want that combination of juice. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yep.
So
That is what's again, exactly. So if y'all can, yes, please love and like you're saying in there, we need to support. Yes, please. Like as much as this, even this right here coming through and
yeah,
giving time is a great way to support. And again, the pockets of stuff grow as we continue to create
motivation, man.
community as well as motivate each other to, love on each other, and literally we can build. It's
Yeah,
it's I'm not gonna say it's simple. It is a hard process, but it all starts too with the communication. So we just being able to communicate our thoughts, our intentions, and our reasons behind what we want to end up doing. If
right.
once we understand, and all of that for each other, that's where a lot of this will continue to grow and it'll prosper. And
Yeah, it
it's all
will.
up to us. It's up to us. Um, Next thing I wanted to so at least people know a little bit
Hmm.
more about the brand.
Hmm.
Give us a little synopsis of what the brand is about, what it stands for, and now since you told me you was updating some stuff, what is the future that you're looking
Okay.
at with the brand?
All right. So we're gonna start with from my color, but the color is the soul.
Mm,
That's a brand of self-awareness. And the colors in the soul, the soul join us some type of way.
mm,
We all have souls. If those who don't believe they don't have a soul, then that's what they believe. That's what they will live. Those who feel like they have a soul, that's all that's saying. For my color, but the color is the soul. It's not the melanated of the complexion. Even though we just darker shades of brown and lighter shades of brown, facts. So yeah, man.
mm. And what are you looking at when it comes to a
Oh, but
future? Give us
my
some
bad.
plans, but
Nah,
continue. You
so
good?
yeah, so I got sometimes it happens, man. It happens.
You
Lot
good?
lot going on. All right, so I kind of lost track of where I was, what I was trying to explain, and again, it happens sometimes, and when it does, I'm like
Mm,
but but
it's real.
man, if you can catch me up, because I want to express what I wanted to express.
Hmm.
What was your question? Just remind me of the question you asked me, or what you asked me to express.
So I had asked to give a synopsis of the brand, what
Okay,
it
there we go.
stood for, and then after that, what are your plans, in the future with it?
Because I got brain fog. So like I said, for my color, but the color is the soul. Is just represent the soul unity. Is one, self-awareness, and the colors in the soul represents the high vibrational colors, like the
Hmm.
rainbow. So it's just vibrational colors that connect us, and we all have a vibrational color that we attract to, or that we may have that may ignite us in a way that we never knew. So you know what I'm saying? What's up,
Yes.
cuz? So that's what I wanted to express. So I wanted to tie in what for my color meant and what the soul means and what it represents. Also the colors in the soul that people know that it
Hmm.
represents the high vibrational colors, and colors that are associated with us and in our
Hmm.
bodies.
Hmm.
And so there you have it. There you have it.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you.
Nobody knew that though. Nobody knew that. This is my first time ever expressing that out publicly. Like nobody really I never put that out that way.
There it is, y'all.
So
Exclusive.
yeah.
Um.
Oh, in the
Now.
future, for the
Hmm.
future, okay. The signature line, that's the future.
Mm.
FMC signature. So again, I'm tying in for my color. You know what that means for my color, but the colors. So I'm tying in FMC signature. What we dropped our signature watch.
Mm.
A website is still in process. We still getting things together, but I just wanted the customers to know, man. Thank you for y'all patience. Everybody who support us, man. We found something that is worth connecting to, worth
Yeah.
being a part of. You know what I'm saying? So the
Yeah.
signature line is the future. I'm not gonna get too far into that,
But it
but you're
glows in
gonna.
the dark.
There you go. There you go. There you go. So those features are something, when you just support, you want to support. In time, you will find out, the products that we have and the quality behind them. So
Yes.
yeah, appreciate that.
Beautiful. Now I got two more questions for you. And then again, appreciate your time and appreciate, you coming through and, sharing of yourself and being open and transparent with, what you've gotten to share with me as well as to others. If y'all have any questions at this point right now, too, while I'm having these last two questions, please throw them down in the comments so then we can add in and get to them as well. Because again, if y'all have any questions, information about the brother as well as the brand and everything else, this is a great time to do so
Yes.
now.
Yes, the brand is for not I see the comments. The brand is for everybody, is unity. So if you don't know what unity means, please look it up. That's what it's for. We're not trying to make everybody be buddy buddy, but you get the knowledge and awareness to know, hey, I might not accept what they're doing, but I'm going to move around it without creating hate, without creating hate or duality. And we just gonna either learn from this and grow away from it and just respect each other's spaces. That's all we have to do, man.
Mm,
Just respect one another's spaces. That's it.
mm, beautiful. Now, putting this all together, brother,
Mm-hmm.
everything that's talked about, what are your thoughts on struggle and transformation when pertaining to your life, your passions, and everything in whole?
Mm. That's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot to wrap into one. All right, but let me try.
You can do piece by piece. That's how we do it. If you need me to
All right. What's
rephrase
what?
them, we do
All
a
right,
piece by
yes.
piece.
Nah. All right. Start with the first portion. We're
So
gonna
the
do
first
that.
path, what are your thoughts on struggle?
Okay. My thoughts on struggle is that without struggle, you would never know what success may feel like. And you may never know what success is. Tongue twisters.
Mm,
And again, like success can be described in your own mind. Like, it doesn't have to be what the world view of success may be.
mm-hmm.
So it's up to you. You know.
Beautiful.
All right. What's the next one? What's the next portion?
What are your thoughts on transformation? Since we were talking about the spiritual
Yeah.
transformation and the transitions from things happening within your life, what is your thoughts on transformation as a whole?
Well, for me, it was important that my bad. It was important that I got in tune with my emotions. I control myself as a being, and that I did no longer allow things outside of me to alter my state or my feelings, emotions, or even take my energy.
Mm,
Like for example, like when you eat certain foods, it takes your creativity away.
mm,
So
yeah.
yeah, man.
So through the diet as well as through being able to not only just self-regulate, but
Just being aware of
mm-hmm.
being aware of what works
Yes.
for you, and it's about synchronizing. Like if the organs can all synchronize, and if they're in the condition that they need to be in to create those tones and vibrations that they do in the body,
Yeah.
the physical would no longer be in control. It would just be used as a vessel. You know. So
Listen, you good, brother? Go ahead.
So that's what it's a that's where the transformation has guided me. Spiritually letting me know, hey man, spiritually, hey, we gotta be in control of the physical, because the physical has guided you to a place that hasn't brought you to growth, or hasn't brought you to creating new habits,
Mm,
or it hasn't put you in the proper position to be on a platform so many people can see you, and they may need to hear your voice or words. You know what I'm saying? So
mm,
just it's important. It's important for me because I know and I feel the journey, man. Like I couldn't escape it. I had to go through it. I had to go through it to get to this point. I can't say,
mm,
hey man, I regret that, because if I regret that, then what was the purpose of me expressing what I expressed to people?
Yeah.
You know, it's for people to realize, man, no matter where you at, you can come out. You can come out of any state that you're currently in. You got to really want to do it.
Mm.
You know, so that transformation is key for me, man. It is. That ladder ain't no joke. It ain't. You
That's
know.
Artist FMC's ladder, not Jacob's ladder,
Yeah.
not Juan's ladder, not April's ladder, but Artist FMC's
Hey,
ladder.
and everybody has a ladder. It's up to you if you want to get on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because remember, you already starting at the bottom. You know, all you gotta do is climb up. Create resets on your way up, though. I want to let you know that. That's important. That's important to do.
Yes. I see in here is talking about not having the opportunity to display your talents as a rapper and their ability is one of the struggles.
I see that. Well,
Mm.
I'm not gonna say that's a struggle because again, I can bring you back to 2013 when I ain't had no fan base and I want to showcase in a city that's not even mine. And hold up though, hold up though.
Mm-hmm.
As I was going up the stairs in this building, I heard a voice and it said, "You gonna win, you gonna win, you gonna win." All right. So before the show started, I went to the restroom and you know, washing your hands. And another gentleman washed up, started washing his hands. So I ain't gotta say pause. We was
Yeah.
washing our hands at the faucet.
Yeah.
And I asked him who he was, man. And he said Trey Live, man. Shout out to Trey Live, man. So at the end of that night, man, me and Trey Live was the last two artists performing on the stage, man, for the DMV Life Showcase of 2013.
Mm.
So, but we made history because we was the first two artists to ever win the showcase together.
Simultaneous. Yeah.
Together, like that's history.
Wow.
And then that following year was the first, I think, first female artist to win.
Mm.
So
Wow.
you know, yeah, and that's facts. I'm just saying, man. I'm just being honest.
Yes.
I'm just being honest.
Hey. Well, again, this is the final call. If y'all have any other questions, because I'm gonna end it right here with this last question. Wrap up, do our plugs, and etc. Again. But with that, it's a question I always like to leave everybody that I have on here. It's my staple question. Yes, it's either this or that, but I love to just hear again. Me and you, we know where
Yeah.
we can put this all together. But my last question I got for you, brother, is quality or quantity?
Uh, I always like to put me in a position. I always like to use me for, you know, my own personal
And this is all you.
experiences.
Yes, again, exactly. This is you. This
Right?
is not anybody else outside.
Okay.
And that's why I give
On
it that
me.
way, because I love to look. It is anyway. For me, there is no right or wrong answer. It is just the perspective
Right.
added to it. That's a part of your life and your memoir. So go ahead.
Okay, so I like both, man.
Mm.
Again, you need both.
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes when I make music, so I mean, I know a lot of most of my music, I know I can mix it down to get better quality sound or go to a producer, but why gain knowledge if you don't apply it?
Mm.
And it's not about not supporting others, right? Because
Yeah.
it's about getting better at your craft. Now
Yeah.
I get sometimes you have to move around to get certain places, but when you have a determining spirit and you have the will to want to learn and get better at something, you're gonna take matters in your own hands because it's in your control to do so.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So both. I need both because sometimes I might have music that I cannot get to. I may be lost in it, found it in the archives or email or something like I did a couple of days ago, and and just start posting it. And that may not be the best quality, but as long as you can hear it, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? As long as you can hear it, as long as you hear what I'm saying, I don't care. So I take both because I mean, Two Rams was dope. I felt like that was dope, and that's one of my best pieces because of the energy that I put into it. Man, I meditated. I cried on that, man. I call out to the universe, bro. I cried out to that. You know, energy. I mean, universe, allow your energy to flow through me. And
Yes.
that's what it did. God darn it. So it's real. It's real, man. So I need both, man. Quality and quantity to me.
Yeah.
You know?
And again, for everybody out there, and for those with that too, that's the main point with especially this last question. Yes, we picking this same one in particular, but again, it's always again of this balancing act because we know a lot of stuff you can't do this without knowing this. I
Mm-hmm.
ain't gonna know if something's hot unless I know what something is truly cold.
Mm.
So it's all great. There's points in times where you got to do a lot more quantity so that you can end up eventually getting to that quality. And then once you're able to use both of those, you interchangeably, depending on the
Mm-mm.
circumstance, depending on the
Definitely.
environment, and depending on the time, is where you balance back and forth with those.
Yeah. And I'll get into the comment of
Yeah,
but I won't sell my soul. Nah, my spirit won't allow me. Like my spirit won't allow nobody even get close to my soul, but itself. You know what I'm saying? So nah, that's not gonna happen. And like I said, I don't want no record deal. I just want that one hit. I get one hit, I'm good. That's it. And then I
yeah.
can do what I want.
There it is.
That's it. I'm not gonna tell you what I want to do because that's just too much information. Not you personally. You
I ain't
know what
trying to
I
tell you,
mean, man.
hey,
You
like
know what I
you
mean.
got what you got from this
Yeah,
interview. That's it.
nah, man, nah. You know what I mean. They say sometimes don't tell them everything. Sometimes they tell them don't
Mm-hmm.
tell them nothing at all. Let them
Yeah,
seek for it. Let them seek for it. Like people like to ask me, man, how you get to this place? Do you really want to know?
yeah.
But yeah, you know.
Beautiful. But again, y'all, this has been another more interviews, which more interviews stands for memoirs of our real experiences. And I want to thank again our
Before we,
guest, the
before
brother,
we,
Artist FMC. I got you,
I
brother.
man, but
I got you.
I ain't mean to do that.
No, you
You,
good.
you the man, man.
You good.
You the
But
man, man.
I wanted to at least let y'all know that at least now the interview portion is done. And before we wrap out, I'm gonna give the brother some time to share everything else that he has, final thoughts and any plugs and things he wants to put out there, as well as if you're down or willing to, because this is just an option. Because one
Yeah,
of the
I don't
brothers
know.
from last one, if you want to share a poem or you want to share a piece or anything, you're more welcome to. And if not, again, just share what you do have with what last things, and then we're
Okay.
gonna call it.
Yeah. Well, I do want to share something. It may not be a poem.
Mm-hmm.
Although I did have one in mind, but I'm gonna just leave this. Um, Also check out the Soul Talks podcast.
Yes.
Soul Talks with Artistfmc, man. Check that out. But that's what I want to leave. I want to leave some knowledge or some inspiration if I possibly good, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Please do.
I want people to know that when you become aware of yourself and you start listening to that inner voice that's within you, it's not gonna ever lead you to a wrong place, man. It's gonna guide you to becoming better. And when
Mm.
you hear that voice, acknowledge that voice. When you hear that voice, man, and listen to what it's asking you to do, or even listen to what it's letting you know that you could do to become better.
Mm.
Right? But if you dealing with like depression, if you're stressed all the time, if you got a cluttered mind, man, look, sometimes all you gotta do is express yourself. Express what hurts you most. If it's not to somebody, like express it to look at yourself in the mirror. If you can't look at yourself in the mirror, write it down and recite it out loud so that way you can feel what it is that needs to come out. But
Mm.
don't keep it in, man. And if you need help, seek help. Like don't harbor pain in, man. Don't become in a state of mind to a point where you want to, take your life and then have everybody who loves you, put them in a position of like guilt and just, shame and like why. But that's all, man. I won't leave y'all with that. Of course, I could have left y'all with a poem. I could have did an 8 bar, could have did a 16, but this is not going to be the last interview.
Mm-hmm.
So but with
We
that
already
being
know.
said, man, yeah, with that being said, I just want people to be more aware of who they are, man, and live for you. Live for
Yes.
you. You cannot love nothing or no one if you don't love yourself. I don't care who you are, I don't care what you do. Love yourself first. If you
Yeah.
don't love yourself, you won't know what love is.
Mm.
You know?
Mm. Thanks. Powerful. Um,
Man.
Put your last. Go ahead. I want you plug all your stuff, and then I'm gonna end it out because I want to let that just be the staple right there. That's it
All
right
right, well,
there.
you already know, man. Follow Artist FMC LLC Instagram. Follow Artist Artist with the S at the on the end of the T. FMC on Facebook. Artist underscore FMC 7 on Snapchat. um Instagram, follow signature FMC signature on Instagram, and you pretty much plugged everything I was saying, man. And again, my website is we're putting that together. So books, all the latest books, the newest books, updated, revised versions, new books on the way, man. Just if you want to talk to me, if you need to contact me, man, DM me, man. If you got questions, if you're going through anything, man, I'm here. I'm willing to give my time to someone in need, man. So that's who I am, man. So I'm grateful for this opportunity, Avis, man. Thank
Yeah.
you, man. Like I said, man, we connected on the way that not many people connect. Sometimes you don't even connect like that with your fam. And
Mm.
and and not to say that you're not family because you are, but with that being said, man, yes, man, you know what it is. Hey, one day this physical world will pass, but the soul. You know what I'm saying?
Woo! Yeah, if y'all don't know, what you got, this is used to be one of the intros to the podcast. That was the ending for the
Uh-huh.
saying of the podcast too, y'all.
You know
So
it.
with that, y'all, this has been another More Interviews, which stands for Memoirs of Our Real Experiences. And I want to thank the brother Artist FMC coming through to sharing his perspective, sharing his memoirs, and sharing his time with us. And again, all those other places you want to follow and check out, I will have some linked here on Instagram. This will also be put up on YouTube. So if y'all ever want to watch the replay even more in a different place, it's going to be there on YouTube later on. But other than that, y'all, peace and love to everybody.
Wholeness.
Wholeness.
Wholeness, man.
Everything exactly. Wholeness.
Yeah.
And don't forget to keep writing your memoirs, keep sharing your experiences, and keep growing. Because at the end of the day, like the brother said, what?
One day this physical world will pass, but the soul.
So with that, y'all, peace and love. Until the next interview, we'll catch y'all.
Snap.
But all right, y'all.
All right,
Peace
man.
and love. Thank you, brother.
Yes, sir. Anytime, man. Anytime. You already know, man.